Hello and welcome to the Talking Shrimp Podcast, episode 42. My name is Mitchell Lewin and you are?
I am Joel May.
It's the meaning of life, baby.
What's the meaning of life?
Number
Mitchell?
42.
What?
Number 42 is the meaning of life, isn't it?
Sure.
Did you not know that?
No.
It's from like A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or whatever it is.
Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide
Guide
to the Galaxy.
It's not
No,
like
I
what
didn't know
just
that,
said.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's why number 42
Oh,
is
well, there you go.
the best number in the world.
So wait, you're saying listening to the Talking Shrimp podcast is the meaning of life?
Exactly. Specifically episode number 42.
Yes, please.
And that's this episode, so
Yes.
well done.
Yeah, happy 42 episode day.
Yeah, we've been doing this now for like 42 weeks. That's
Way
crazy.
too long. This is the last one. No, we've done that already.
We have done that already.
Yeah, okay.
It's moved from Wednesdays to Fridays to Sundays to everything.
And now it's on the best day of the week.
Friday.
A Friday. Everyone
Friday,
loves
yeah.
a Friday.
It is on a Friday.
Fuck it, Friday.
Yeah, Podcast Friday.
Yeah.
We need to catch your name. We need like Podcast Friday and like Video Wednesday or something like that. That doesn't really work.
Okay, leave it with me. I'll come back
Have
to
a think, okay.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, yeah, episode 42. Thank you for joining us. What would you like to discuss today?
I would like to discuss the meaning of... No. I'm going to go straight into it because I have just finished watching Fallout, the TV series.
Yeah, there we are.
And I know that you've watched it too. And
Yes.
it would be a good topic of conversation to
It would
start.
be. Do we spoil it or do we give
no,
warning now?
we'll
that
discuss
we might
it and then...
discuss some spoilers.
Yeah, we'll give you
A couple of minutes to go back and watch all of them. Yeah, class.
Yeah, go for it.
We
Pause it
might
right now.
be discussing some spoilers, so this is a pre-warning if you've not watched Fallout and you want to.
Yeah, but we're not going to go into detail with it. We're just going to,
What did you think of it?
I would say it's like a solid 7-8 series out of 10.
Wow,
It was
that
it was
highly?
I really enjoyed it. It was really good, and
Yeah,
I thought
fair
it
play.
was. It was pretty solid on the game, but obviously you need to follow more of a storyline than like little Easter eggs and stuff. There was little Easter eggs in it. There was little bobbleheads and the like Nuke Cola and stuff like that. Like there was like Easter eggs, but I think they got the casting pretty damn on. I thought the casting was pretty good.
I agree.
I think it was just enough of like a wibbly wobbly timeline for you to kind of get your head around. I didn't really need to go into detail on YouTube afterwards. It was one of those that you could kind of grasp.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I think Series 2 will kind of give you more answers than not, because now you've set it up quite nicely for another series. So
That's what I was saying. It's a couple of weeks ago when we said about this, and I said I watched it. I said along the lines of, the ending wasn't Fallout.
no, it was like you said, it was almost too like fairy tale-y.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
too. Yeah, it's just
Whereas
sort of like.
Fallout's- I mean, to be fair, it is pretty like gory and stuff. Like it's,
The series is generally
it's
through.
a good like. If you like the series, go play the game. If you like the game, go watch the series. It's pretty
Yeah.
bang on.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
I
pretty
do
bang on.
agree.
It's pretty good.
I do agree.
Yeah.
No, it's very good. I would probably give it like a 7
Yeah.
series, maybe a 6 if I'm being harsh.
Yeah.
Out of 10. But it was good. No, it is very good. I prefer the games, obviously.
Yeah, I prefer the game. I think they did really well with it. I think they definitely went towards like the audience that have already played the game. They leaned into that more so than like let's make a series of this.
Yeah.
Which I think something like Borderlands is going to do with the new film. They're going to lean in and be like, this is a money grab instead of this is good for people who've played the game.
You reckon?
I think so. I might be wrong, but
It's
we'll
a
go
hard
see it.
line to meet, isn't there, when it becomes for like a film or a series from
Exactly.
based on a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's really hard to get it right. It wasn't Resident Evil. It was always a game first, and then they did a movie off it.
Was it Angelina Jolie?
And it just never really did well.
Yeah, it wasn't amazing. The
And
films,
I'm
but...
trying to think. There's been more. There's been other ones, hasn't there?
Oh yeah,
like,
there's been
like
quite a few.
Hitman. Okay, that's a perfect example. That didn't do very well. It's an okay film.
Assassin's Creed.
There was an Assassin's Creed movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was, wasn't there? Yeah.
With-
God, that did awful.
Was it
Michael Fassbender. Yeah, it was.
Didn't do great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. But so yeah, we're not going to go into detail, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, go watch it.
There we are.
Recommend
We
it.
didn't spoil anything either.
No, exactly. Anyway, I have a trend to talk about that I don't know if you've heard of.
A trend.
A trend. It's quite a new trend. I'd probably say the last couple of weeks. It's been, hyped, and you've probably heard about it already. But the pay my debts trend. Have you heard of this?
I've saw
Have you
something
heard of
about
this?
it this morning.
Yeah.
On
TikTok.
I was trying to find out what it is, and I got bored, and I just left
Okay,
it.
so basically, it's people who have debts, mainly in America. They have come to the conclusion that instead of asking people for money, they ask people for views. And those people are usually people who have debts as well. So everyone's kind of circulating around doing this in order to get views, therefore to get money to pay off their debts. In theory, cheating the system. But not. Kind of. It's a really grey area, and I mean, people aren't going to like it, but I gotta be honest, good idea. It's a great idea, really.
It's a good idea on the surface for people, individuals, but I feel like it's gonna
backfire massively.
It's gonna ruin. And this sounds so stupid to say because obviously TikTok's not the best. Anyway, generally,
yeah,
it's gonna ruin TikTok.
Yeah, you're just gonna have those people, aren't you? But I mean,
then
I like the idea of it, like almost a community helping each other for the same reason.
No, I do agree. It is quite good, and it's quite like heartwarmly. Is that a word? Probably not. It's a good idea. Yeah. It's nice, like citizenship to like not give people money. You can just watch a TikTok video for 60 seconds and and I think give someone some money on it.
Yeah, the difference is if they're just sat there talking about their debt or anything like that, you're not going to want to hear about it. But if they're doing like a good video for it, then I mean, it's just like anyone else doing a good video.
Well, true,
for a reason that they've said.
But then that's the same as anyone on TikTok. Like if you can do well enough to do a TikTok that like does well and gets you a load of views and makes you money, then
why not?
Why not do it? Then I suppose in that return, if it's a crap video, it's not going to get views. So why?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I suppose if they're sort of cheating the system, it's So anyway, go check out our new video on TikTok where we ask you to pay our rent.
Yeah, basically, we live in a box. Help us.
Come pay our electricity bills. Everyone chipping a tenner.
Yeah.
We'll be out the box and into a cardboard box in a couple of weeks.
Oh, well, lovely. Oh, that was
a bigger cardboard box.
But saying about cheating the system, I have a few things that I saw on TikTok that I wanted to ask you your opinion on. Okay. So cheating, not the system, cheating with somebody.
Is this relevant to our 100 questions episode that we did?
Kind of. I've had a few messages and people have said like a few things. So I thought, well, let's get it in this episode. So it's only a quick one, but is it cheating if a girl goes on a lad's shoulders at a gig? From either way, if he's got a missus or she's got a fella. Or whatever in 2024, whatever you've got, if they're in a relationship and they do that, is it cheating?
No, but, and that's where the line draws. I don't think it is, personally, but like if it was me in the situation,
you'd have an issue.
I would be like, that's a bit, I'm not happy with that. I'm not too happy with that.
And I also think the close proximity.
Do you want to give into more detail on what reference you're giving into close proximity?
Just the warmth that
the back of the neck would feel.
Yes, that's the best way I could put it.
Is that the only issue for you?
No, but I think like being to all these gigs as well, I don't really see why there's a reason. That's the best way I could put it. And if they're there with their fella, and they decide to go on someone else's shoulders, that's bad. Unless it's like a friend type thing, that's kind of like you could, do that. If it's just a random person, why?
If it's a random person, I'd find that very odd.
It's cheating.
I don't like. This is sound really boring of me because I'm living up to my boring name. The
James Milner of podcast.
The James Milner, the James May of podcasting. I woun't want someone on my shoulders. I've had people ask me multiple times.
I'd want you on my shoulders.
Good lord. Yeah. I'd want you on my face.
Oh God!
Sorry.
What's this podcast become?
No, what was I saying? Like I've had people ask me at gigs and stuff, can I go on your shoulders? And I'm like, nah, I'm alright, because I'm not there to annoy people behind us. Like that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. I'm too cautious of other people. Like all you're gonna do then is one, I don't know that person, so I'm not putting them on my shoulders.
Yeah, I agree.
If I drop them, they might hurt themselves, then it's my fault because I've lifted them up.
Yeah.
Everyone behind me, I'm pissing off, and I don't even know the person who I'm giving the one advantage to.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
It's just all bad, really. Just don't do it.
I just don't do it. I don't do it.
Yeah. So following on from that, it's like a split one, this one, but someone said they were following a girl. Just a girl they knew. There's
some issues there.
They were following a girl on social media that they knew.
Right.
They were not close with, but they knew, they were friends, whatever. And so he was following her, and then she decided to make an OnlyFans, and he continued to follow her because why not? Is that cheating?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is a good one, isn't it?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, because I would say no. Premise on the before being like a big factor in that.
Yeah,
and also how close that they might be or not.
I think that's another drawing factor. How close you know that person.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't really know that person, then like if you've had no connection at all, like you're just like a friend of a friend
in a
who's
way
never
like kind of worse though?
What do you mean?
Well, because if you don't know someone and you just follow them for whatever reason,
Yeah, but
that you don't know them.
Are you given the premise that they're posting sort of suggesting content on their Instagram? Or
No, not necessarily on Instagram. Just
then,
they've got an OnlyFans.
Then who cares?
Exactly. That's what I'd.
Who cares?
Yeah.
If they've put in their,
But then if you
how would
follow
you
it
know?
up with subscribing to it, that's cheating.
Oh yeah. If you
there
sign
you go.
up to it,
That's
then
the
fine.
follow-up.
But if they just like one, how would you know unless they started posting more content that suggested that they did?
Yep.
Unless you're checking their profile daily to notice that they put a link in their bio or something
Yep.
like that. Then who? Like how you wouldn't know? You just wouldn't know.
No, I agree. The last one that I was going to ask you was going to the cinema with someone.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like if
Okay, no. Okay, let me backtrack. Premise: it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation.
okay, so
Go on,
not close friends,
not close friends.
not very close friends, and they go to the cinema together.
Just
randomly.
2 people. Yeah, that's. That would be weird.
Yeah,
I would say it's weird. It's borderline cheating, but it's
Yeah.
just weird generally.
yeah. Because I'll be honest, I'll whack a comment out there because this is kind of what my mind went to when someone said this to me. I used to go to the cinema quite a lot with your ex,
Yeah.
but we were mates prior to like we knew each other anyway. It was quite a normal thing to do. So in that circumstance, I'd say there's nothing to it. But in the circumstance that this person's told me, I would say that's weird. It's on the other side of that, isn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. To be fair, when you said that, that's what
If
my
you're
head
doing
went.
it anyway, it's
Yeah, like if you're friends anyway, but if it's just two like random people,
exactly, or if it's like a distant relationship, like a friendship, sorry, and you just suddenly just decide to do that, it's just odd, isn't it?
unless you were really, really close before.
Yeah, but it's still just odd.
But not in like a romantic close. But I don't know. That's where it gets hard.
It's still odd because
it really depends on the situation.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
premise of the people
and
what
also the
connection
film.
is.
The
film.
Well, if you go watch a rom-com, wouldn't you rather your missus go with you?
Yeah,
Or something.
true.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
And if she suddenly goes to that, you'd be like, why are you going to watch, I don't know, like A Fault in Our Stars, whatever, or
Oh,
like,
that's fine. That's cry, right?
Yeah,
Too far, I
it's
haven't
cry.
seen it. To be fair, so.
I went to the cinema, I didn't cry, so.
Fair dues.
So yeah, anyway, that's the whole, shabozzle about that. What a
I
word,
like-
by the way, shabozzle.
I don't think it's a real word, but I like it. Yeah, I feel like there's more to go into there.
Well, those are the only ones that I've been told. So if
Fair
you've got
enough.
any more, please fill us in.
right.
and
That's
tell
like
us.
a bit of an agony aunt one, is it?
It is a little bit, but I just, was having a conversation
Yeah.
with someone
Well-
and they came up. So.
Well, I'll wind back then to episode 39, I think it was, where we did 100 questions.
Oh,
And in that episode, we said,
I remember this. Yeah.
"Is there any right answer in someone cheating?" Was the answer? Was that
I
the
think
question?
so, and we
Something
said we'd
along the
go
lines.
into detail a
And
bit
I
more.
think we said like 98%
yeah
for no, but then there's a small gap of a yes.
Yeah, and it was yes. Yeah.
What would you said it first. I remember on
What-
the episode you said before me 98%. What is your 2% reason for why
Someone
there's a yes in someone cheating on someone?
if the other person cheats first, it's not right, but I can
Oh, okay.
kind of
I
can kind of be like,
mate, your brain
yeah.
works better than me. Fair enough.
well, it's a good like it's not right.
Two wrongs don't make a right. But
No, but it's like
There's a
if
bit of
someone
a-
hits you, punch them back. It's
yeah.
It's
okay.
like
That's fair enough. Is there any other reason? To be fair, I wasn't thinking that. I was trying to think along like
I'd probably say
My-
if you were in a relationship, but then it became very distant, and if you really needed that person and they weren't there for a big reason, let's say like a family member was dying or something significant was happening in your life, and they weren't there for you, and somebody else was. I'm not saying it's right at all.
I would say there's the definition between physical cheating and emotional cheating.
That's the point.
I
yeah.
think the difference
'Cause
there
the
is
one
if you're like
before-
emotionally cheating, like getting closer to this person
Yes.
because they're being supportive.
Yes. It's in
It's
a way
not
worse.
right.
It's in a way worse. Like,
I'd say that's like,
well,
there's
the
a
first one, I just said like it was like a 1-for-1 sort of thing. Like it was
Yeah.
just a retaliation. There's no emotion in doing so
Yeah.
necessarily in that. But then the second one, I kind of think the emotion's worse. Really.
I don't mean it in like you get attached to them because of like a relationship attachment. I mean like a friendly attachment.
Yeah, but it's still.
then
I wouldn't say right. It's
No, it's not right, obviously. But if the partner's not been there, on the other hand,
Yeah.
in the first instance, why is then the one person have gone to somebody else completely different?
Well, no,
to
I'm
get
saying if
emotional
they
support?
haven't gone to someone and someone's come to them with emotion, like support,
Oh, I
and
was
then it's
reading
like
it the other way around.
it's not like you've gone out your way to necessarily cheat, but in that respect, you can't get what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. But,
yeah. So I'm not moving away from this, but I've got a question for you.
oh no! Well, you've just thrown that at me, and I think I've done quite well with that.
Yeah, no, fair. No, I mean, I
Yeah,
haven't thrown it at
thank
you.
you.
It was a question from about 3 weeks
Adding
ago.
a
so-
little, yeah.
No, that question was from 3 weeks ago. I'm not. That wasn't
It
just
took me long enough to think about the
thrown-
answer.
yeah, true. No, I was going to ask you: is
Okay.
it cheating if
Yeah.
somebody else kisses you?
Oh, now there's a few aspects to this.
Or not? If someone makes a move on you,
What scenario? What's the scenario?
You're looking fine and dandy and all dressed up to the nines.
Well,
and,
as you do,
you know,
day,
you're like
obviously.
sat in the bar. You've got a cigarette in one hand, pint of whiskey,
like
pint
good-
of whiskey.
It's like Goodfellas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yo, Mitchell.
A tumbler glass of whiskey on the other, and you're just sitting there minding your business,
Yeah,
chatting to friends and people and
as
stuff.
you do in Queens, as everyone does.
And a well-dressed young lady walks past, and
Lady of the night.
gives you a quick peck on the lips, and you didn't know anything about it. It just happened.
Oh well, I would shout.
you-
I'd scream. Ah!
Oh god.
What's happened?
Oh, Jesus, you're blowing it. No, like, yeah, you had no intention in it. There was nothing you could have done.
Well, all I will say on that matter is swap the roles around. It's bad then.
Well, exactly.
Isn't
But
it?
before we discuss that part of it,
Oh,
would it be cheating on your part?
no, because you haven't got any involvement in that.
Well, you have. Your lips
but
touch
you-
theirs.
Not intentionally.
Yeah.
So if you want to go
But
deep,
what happens if, like...
technically,
What?
you know,
Yeah, it's the R word,
grape
isn't it?
soda. Yeah, I know.
Grape soda, yeah.
Exactly.
No, it is. Before we move on to that part of it, though,
Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
well, we'll
Okay,
discuss
okay.
that part of it, because there is that
There is
aspect
that.
to it.
You've really gone full Titanic with this. This is going down. Let's go.
The first part of the ship's sinking, and now the other part's just about to follow after really quickly.
with a bit of warning.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. What would be the situation then, but you sort of, like, kissed back?
So you could kind of argue if you say argue. It's bad to say you could argue. You can't argue, but you could kind of go. Oh, it's just like muscle, like
Memory.
yeah, it's just like a natural response. But then it's not because you're like, oh, that's an excuse. It's not, and I don't know. You'd probably just say no, wouldn't you? Just be like, oh, then therefore it is cheating because you've it's part of you. Then if someone's just kissed you, it's not part of you. They've come up to you. So
I think the other half of your relationship would still be annoyed.
yeah,
I don't mean that personally. I mean
no,
that generally.
yeah, but more so annoyed
on
that
everyone.
it's happened type thing.
Oh yeah, because you would be if it was the other way around.
Oh yeah,
If your partner came up to you
And if it was the other way around.
they said, oh, someone kissed me the other day. I didn't want them to, but they did.
exactly.
You'd be annoyed.
Oh
I
yeah,
gathered.
yeah. So yeah,
I'd gather.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's an interesting topic, isn't it, to go into with the roles reversed and stuff. So.
Well then, yeah, okay. Roll the reverse.
role reversed.
Swap the roles around. You're sat there in a dress.
Well, it's in stockings on, aren't
Yeah.
they? In Queens still.
in Queens, yeah,
I would.
yeah.
The roles reversed. It's twice as bad, isn't it, in modern day society?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
But because I, to be fair, yes. I'm going to use you in this situation again. Sorry. Say it was that way around and someone kissed you, but you didn't want them to. Nothing would happen.
I could tell someone nothing happened.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, you got a kiss."
Other way around.
Other way around, you'd
everything
be
would
arrested.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
you'd
it's
be
wrong.
arrested if it was the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's wrong with modern day society, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
God, it's a hard life being a male, isn't it?
Oh God.
Sorry.
Periods and everything. No, I'm joking.
No, but no, yes,
I have
it
full
is.
respect for women, especially with periods. That time of month.
What's that, sorry?
Blood egg week.
What about it?
There's full respect.
Oh, sorry, I missed what you started
mean?
saying. I was
Yeah.
talking. But yeah, fair dues.
So-
I mean, I'd black.
And
I'd black out, mate, if it was me.
Well,
I can't deal with
in
blood,
actual
I'm
fact,
awful.
I'm going to throw a spanner in your direction now because you've gone bang, bang, bang in mine. Okay. So if this podcast, if this specific episode does get, let's say, 3 views, then
I guarantee it'll get 3 views. I'm one of them.
If it gets 1,000 views,
this podcast won't get 1,000 views.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If it does, we will buy Mitchell Lewin a period simulating kit.
Oh yeah, I'd buy one.
Would you actually?
I'd give it a go. Yeah.
Oh well, 3 views. Please watch it. I'll watch it actually 3 times. No, you've said it. Agreed to it.
No, I agreed at 1,000.
100.
1,000. Yeah, 100,000.
100 views. 100 views.
No.
That's realistic.
We said 1,000.
That's realistic.
No, because this podcast episode will get 100 views across all
Exactly.
platforms.
Perfect.
No, 1,000.
Boo.
Across Spotify. If this episode, okay, 500. I'll half it. I'll half it. If this episode, shut the hell up. If this episode gets 500 views, I will give one of them. This episode, by the way, this episode has to be this episode.
Specific.
This episode number
42.
I will give one of them periods.
Kit. I don't know, whatever
it is. Oh, not pregnant. Oh, is it a pregnancy?
The stimulating one. Yeah.
Oh, it's a pregnancy one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a pregnancy one, not a period stimulator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's worse.
That is,
I'll still give it a go.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I want to bring to the table.
Whoa. Would you give it a go? What number?
No, I wouldn't at all.
What number would this episode have to hit for you to do it?
Oh, like 1 million?
Shut the hell up.
Seriously.
I've
done a lot of talking. I've done more for talking shrimp than you have.
Like what?
I got a tattoo.
Not for this. You just got a tattoo anyway. Of a shrimp, did you just say? No, you don't. Unless something drastically changes in the next couple of weeks, you do not have one.
No, I think we've done about equal so far, I'd say.
What have we done?
Yeah. Well, like we're trying biscuits and stuff across our channels. Like we're starting to do stuff. So anyway.
Sure.
Anyway, has anybody, this is part 3 or 4 or 5 of this podcast because it's split into several, it's a variety pack. Has anybody out there watched the film Home Alone? Great. That's fantastic.
Were you waiting for an answer from the audience?
Ruining it. I'm not talking to you.
Sorry, I was going to say.
Okay, here's the theory about Home Alone, okay? Home Alone, Kevin McAllister, that's his name, isn't it?
I'll be quiet.
Kevin McAllister, centre mid for Macclesfield Town, yeah? Kevin McAllister. What a name that is, by the way. Okay? Kevin McAllister is the star of Home Alone. He's the child that...
Kevin McAllister? Is that his name? Kevin McAllister?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkins?
Who?
Macaulay Culkin.
So he thief-proofs his house. He creates loads of little games and systems to booby-trap his house and stay safe from burglars. There you go. In doing so, in the Home Alone universe, there's a theory that the Home Alone universe is also set in the Saw universe. And Kevin McAllister is Jigsaw.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I've never heard this
inventive,
before.
Isn't it?
No. I mean, I've never seen any Saw movies, but I know the premise.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Is that the theme song?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's disappointing. But yeah, there you go. So there is that theory, and if you agree with it, let us know. If you don't agree with it, then don't let us know.
What do you want me to do with this information? I feel like you want me to discuss it, but I don't really know what more to say about it.
From going on now, I know you've watched Home Alone, so go watch Saw.
I don't want to watch Saw.
He does want to go watch Saw.
I would love to watch something like Saw and like the episodes of Saw to find like out the like story behind it, because I find like the story parts of it interesting.
Yeah, more so than the actual games and that.
But I would find the games interesting, but I wouldn't want to see them. So what's the point in watching it?
Yeah, you got a fair point. Yeah.
There's some weird I know that there's who is in one of the episodes of Saw? Films. The singer from Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park. God bless his soul. Chester Bedingfield.
Is he?
Is that his name, Chester Bedingfield?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. Chester Beddington? Bennington. He's in one of the episodes.
He unalived himself,
6?
didn't he?
Yeah, in real life.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't.
I'm sure. Hold on. hit me.
It might be. Here you go. He's doing some research now. I've done all this research prior to this. This is why.
Well, this has just come up midway through the episode. So
surprised he can multitask. To be honest,
I can't. That's why you're meant to be talking.
Well, he's talking right now. He's also looking at. There you go. He's talking out loud.
Bennington. Saw.
Maybe we found.
He's in Saw 3D.
Right. Where we.
He's in a car. He's handcuffed to a car. That's as much as I can see.
Oh yeah, I do remember that scene. Okay, yeah. Well, there you go. And it was all Kevin McAllister's fault.
He plays the Evan, I think his name is. He plays in it. Saw 3D. There you go. He plays a character called Evan.
Interesting. Thank you for watching.
Who else is in Saw movies? What else? What other cast members are in Saw? Saw. Famous quotes. No cast members. Hold on. Bear me a second.
He's back doing it. You're back to me. The better half of
Danny Glover's in Saw.
Oh.
Anybody else?
I didn't realise he was. I know he's in Spider-Man.
Yeah, I can't see anyone else I know who's in it.
But yeah. There's also, in December this year, sorry to completely change the topic.
Carry on.
The Lion King has a new film coming out.
Yeah, the second Lion King.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a prequel or a sequel. I don't know if it's about Mufasa or Simba. But it's about a lion.
I don't know. We saw the trailer for it, didn't we? Sorry, I'm going to say one thing. Apparently, this is according to Reddit. Apparently, Samuel L. Jackson's in one of the Saw movies, but I don't know if that's someone just being an idiot.
Can't remember.
That is from Reddit, by the way, so don't take my word on that.
No, I have to do a bit of research.
Anyway,
into it.
Away from Saw. Yeah, back to what you said. The Lion King. Yeah, the new Lion King movie with what is it? Simba's story or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, I can't remember what it is entirely, but
yeah,
it looks pretty good.
It looked okay. I mean,
it's right.
It's another money grab, isn't it?
Not a massive fan of live action, but it looks okay.
Why? Answer my question here.
Yes.
Why nowadays is everything either a remake,
yes,
a rerun, a follow-on from a movie that was 20 years ago?
Yeah. There's no original ideas
There's nothing
anymore.
original now.
No. Apart from If.
That's true.
Watch If. That's an original idea, and it was really, really well done. John Krasinski.
Jim from The Office.
And Ryan Reynolds star in If. Great film.
And Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell, sorry, yeah.
Loads of people were in it. Brad Pitt was in it.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. Brad Pitt was in it.
Yeah, but no, it's really, really good. Go watch it.
It is very good, actually. Yeah, go watch it.
Yeah.
It is a very good film. It's a bit, of a kid's film, but it's good.
Well, whilst we're all on this is the last topic that I did want to discuss this episode. I wanted to fill it all with a bit of, gore and murder and all this lot. So, a couple months ago, before we went to the Adelphi Hotel, if anyone remembers, we did briefly speak about, I don't know if we spoke about it on the podcast, but we definitely talked about this, because you haven't seen this. And I want to read you from National Geographic, the history specific part of it.
Okay.
A kind of synopsis of what happened at Amityville.
What's Amityville?
Exactly, because I knew you didn't know this.
What is
it?
So
Amityville is a house in I can't remember where it is in America. But,
somewhere in America.
Yeah, somewhere in America.
Now, who hasn't done their research?
Long Island.
Oh, there you go. You have got it. You're definitely reading this off.
I just told you what I'm reading off. It says a lot about you.
Where did you read it
to me.
Where are you reading it
Well,
off?
I just told it, and the viewers know.
Where?
So go back and listen.
What's your source?
The history.
Oh, that's where you mentioned history.
Yeah. Exactly. So get off your phone.
Geographical.
Stop looking at Samuel L. Jackson.
Sorry, I'm just looking at pictures of Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the synopsis. Okay.
Yes.
On the tragic evening of November the 13th, 1974, about 25 years before you were born, roughly.
1934, did you say?
No, 74.
Oh, 74.
You open your ears.
Sorry. That's quite a long time before I was born, just for
I just
reference.
said that, 25 years.
Yeah, it's almost double my age.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. So anyway, a young man shoots
me. Oh,
and
no, not
kills
me.
him.
Not me.
Kills his entire family with a .35 caliber Marlin rifle, as his parents, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters were fast asleep in their beds.
Trigger warning. You need to learn when to put some trigger warnings.
I just said about it being all gore and all this lot.
Okay, carry on then.
Goodness me. Okay, anyway, the gruesome murder, if you didn't get it, of the Defoe family. You might have heard the Defoe, not Jermaine, the Defoe family in America, shakes up the sleepy Long Island town of Amityville. So, sorry, that's the town that it was in.
Right.
And the Amityville house is a very famous house. and leads to decades of horror storytelling. So this place has been like investigated like tons in the past, like over the last 50 odd years. This place has been like gassed with like people, you know, going to the house, wanting to know more, wanting to know what, you know, the whole story of it. Anyway, so basically, this guy Ronald Defoe, that's the bloke's name,
the murderer,
the only survivor from it. Yeah, Ronald Defoe Jr.
Okay.
Told people that night at an Amityville bar that his parents had been shot inside his home, and an upscale dwelling with a statue of the Virgin Mary, and a sign declaring high hopes in front. Several bar patrons accompanied him back to the now famous house, where someone had called the county police to report the murders. Defoe, who was 23 at the time, initially blamed the family side, like homicide, but family side. So, yeah. I don't know. On the mob, but he confessed by the next day. So his story changed pretty quick. He said, "Once I started, I just couldn't stop." He said he heard voices from the house telling him to do so. He was reportedly known as a drug user, many different drugs. So it's conflicting with the story of him and others, and also with, you know, misuse of that as well. So anyway, yeah, all this happened. He killed his entire family, which is crazy to think of, that like how big the family was as well. Like you couldn't put it down as an accidental thing or anything, you know. So anyway, oddly, none of the neighborhood reported hearing any gunshots.
Oh,
no gunshots. Which is just weird. So yeah, they didn't hear any gunshots. And all 6 family members were found in their beds, face down, and hands raised above their heads. All the same pose.
Okay.
There was no signs of struggle in the house. No signs of like anything being moved or anything like that. Homicide detective said that this was the largest number of slayings in a single island in recent memory on Long Island. So he went on trial the next year, about 11 months on. His attorney argued that it was his like an insanity defense.
Right, yeah, obviously.
And all
plead insanity. Yeah,
but Defoe was convicted of all the murders and sentenced to 6 consecutive sentences of 25 to life.
Right, okay. So he's in prison for life then?
Yeah, which I don't know if he's still alive, I don't know if he's still in prison or whatever, but the reason that it's conflicting is because the one Conjuring film was based on that, the newest one, I believe, and it was like The Devil Made Me Do It, so it was basically him saying that the insanity plea was because he was possessed by the devil.
Right. So that's based off the Conjuring film. That's what they've used.
It's like the 4th one in the series. But right. I just wanted to see, you haven't known about it up until now.
I feel like I have heard this before. We probably have discussed it in the past.
Yeah.
How many people did you say he murdered in the house? That were his family?
6. 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and his mum and dad.
Jesus.
And they were all found the same.
I mean, fair play is not good.
No, but that's what I mean. If it was one, you could argue that, you know, accidental. There's an argument in it, but 6. I mean, that's like...
I'm going to completely write off the neighbours not hearing anything, because, one, we don't know the layout of the houses.
Yeah, I think it was by itself, if that helps. I think it was... I think it was completely detached.
That's what I mean. Like, you can't write off that, because even if, like, you might hear a gunshot...
Exactly.
And just forget about it. I mean, maybe less likely in England.
I hate to say it, if it's in America as well.
You might not think... I mean, I've never been to America. I don't know how commonly you're going to hear gunshots, but...
No, but it's more common with a gun.
Yeah,
anyway, in America,
and if, like... In my head, I'm imagining... I don't know what Long Island's like, to be fair. I imagine it quite being rural. So I imagine it's just, like, quite big, open houses, big, like...
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I'm getting. Yeah. That's in my head. I don't know why. I mean... I don't really know what to say. He's probably done it. He has done it.
Yeah, he's done it. But the reason behind it, I mean, like with the drug use that was proven that he was, you know, if you're in that state, then you know that could contribute to the factor. But you don't. I think 6. I don't know. And then when he said like he just couldn't stop, I don't. Again, it's you know, does it come back to the drug use? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like it could be literally just that. Like, I'm gonna rattle two things off. One, it could just be literally he got in an argument with one of them, killed the one, and then like
Yeah, but they were all asleep.
the rush of it all just did one after
So
the
he
other.
was
Yeah,
in
I'm
complete
not
control of it.
Yeah, like he knew what he was doing, but you, I don't mean it in that respect. But you know when you do something, you're like, "Fuck, I fucked up here. I need to cover it up," and you like bang,
yeah, he
doing
might have
shit like
done
that. Maybe it was like that.
Yeah.
That could be one aspect, and he's just done it, and then he used all this talking of, this. I've been told to do it to clear it up,
Yeah.
or try and cover it up, or plead insanity.
Yeah.
Or it literally could be people just enjoy this stuff. Like there are people out there who,
there's
like prey upon this and wait for these situations so that they can do this.
Yeah.
And obviously, family members are probably closest, like you have.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the close knit of it. I don't know. I'm trying to.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. The bit that I'm like that interests me more because that kind of doesn't because like it's quite. I believe that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
I reckon it's that last one. I reckon he just like there was an enjoyment to it.
Yeah, but the bit that people get hooked on is this part because it is disputed and that. So obviously about the devil and stuff like that. So the next family who moved into the house were George and Kathy Lutz, the Lutz family. They moved into the house.
Okay.
Once it had been cleared and cleaned and all that stuff.
I like
so
that there's more to this. I
Yeah.
like how you've done this.
Oh, this is a big rabbit hole. Like it's still going on to this day. Like it's crazy. I believe actually Ryan Reynolds starred in the film. I think I might be wrong, but in a film about this.
Oh really?
Possibly, yeah.
Right.
So anyway, the Lutz family, they moved into the house, and they allegedly experienced a horrifying demonic presence, made up the story as a hoax to capitalize on the tragedy. That was the apparent way that they did that. Their claims included green slime seeping through the walls, windows spontaneously shattering, a ghost boy peering out of a doorway, allegedly captured in an in-framed photo, and Mrs. Lutz levitating above her bed. That's what they claimed. The true Amityville horror, skeptics say, is the all-too-real murder of a family at the hands of their son. Yeah. So that's what we just said.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But
so this family, what they're saying there is the family have moved in and just taken advantage of the whole situation.
It seems like, yeah.
That's that's from what you just read of that article.
Yeah,
wherever that was from. Is that they've moved into the house, read all the stories of what's happened.
Yeah.
And
then the Ronald Dafoe, so the guy who did that, he died in 2021. He was 69.
Fairly recent, then.
I didn't realise that.
Okay.
Before he died, he says, "I'm the one they say who did it. I'm the one that's supposed to be possessed by the devil."
No more to that. That's the end of that.
That's a quote by him.
Wait, read that one more time. Sorry, read that one more time.
He said, "I'm the one that they say who did it. I'm the one that's supposed to be possessed by the devil."
I'm the one who's supposed to be possessed by the devil. What does that mean?
It's more in. I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's. I don't know. But,
he sounds pretty crazy. It's probably him.
Yeah. So anyway, he tried to appeal for parole and stuff. It was denied.
Yeah. Fair.
So it wasn't overturned. But
just to be fair,
the famous thing, I'm pretty sure that Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Nope.
Really?
No.
Really?
No. This reminds me of there was one of these like haunted house things that I'd heard about a couple of years ago. I have to do some research. Basically, like people lived in this house, they moved into it, and they kept like receiving letters through the letterbox, like telling them to move out or like bad things were going to happen and stuff like that. Yeah. I'll have to find that. That was one I was reading a while ago. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So
Ed and Lorraine. Did you
Ed
say?
and Lorraine Warren. So just for that, because I might bring this back when we do ghosty ghouly stuff. Anyway, so they are paranormal researchers, probably the most famous ever. They're
really?
a husband and wife couple. He is like very like I don't know if he was a priest, but he was very like church going and had all these holy things that helped them to battle against whatever. And Lorraine was a medium, supposedly could see, hear spirits, ghosts, whatever. So all that was a setup, right? And they investigated the place, and they said it's the worst place that they've ever been to.
Wow. Wow.
So and they've investigated, I think, thousands across America of places. They were the reason behind the Conjuring franchise.
Really?
Really, really big.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, going off that, I don't know. It's interesting because I know quite a lot about this and you don't know a lot. So, to know your opinion, it's fresh. It's completely like, what you think, pretty much. So, what do you think?
Well, I think we can get a flight to Long Island for about 240 quid.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's the way to do it then, isn't it?
Well, first we'd have to go to New York City, which would then be 250 quid, and then we'd have to travel from New York to Long Island.
Well, that's fine. We do a bit of a road trip, you know.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
No, what did you actually ask me? What did you actually ask me?
So I want your opinion on not just the Amityville thing, because you've said that, but the Ed and Lorraine Warren, like...
Well, I'm going to correct one thing you said straight away. Obviously, you haven't heard the recent news that they are not the biggest ghost hunters anymore. That has now been taken by Talking Shrimp, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know how you didn't know that. That should
Well,
be
I've
common
watched some of
knowledge for
these.
everyone now.
I've watched some of their videos, and I just sit back and I think these two, they're so brave in what they do. I could never do that.
I could never do it, mate. I'm too scared.
It's terrifying.
You are on about Talking Shrimp and not Ed and Lorraine.
That's it. Oh yeah. Who?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who they are.
That's what I mean. So yeah, if you haven't gone see it, honestly, I highly recommend going to watch the Talking Shrimp YouTube channel, because some of their videos are frightening.
Their ghost hunting series is just out of this world.
Yeah, but other videos are also frighteningly good too.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, obviously,
you know.
I've seen the football skills one. That's crazy stuff.
When you look at Gareth and setting up for the Euros, I mean, right in the thick of it now. How are they not there? How are they not on the plane?
I know.
But apparently they're very busy boys, so you know.
Well, can you blame them with the amount of videos and content
publicity
they put out every day?
Oh.
Anyway, enough of that shit. What did you? Fucking hell, what did you say? I don't know. What do I think of it? I don't know. I just think. I don't know, man. It's weird, and it sounds so shit for me to say. Obviously, they could just be getting that feeling of it because they've read up so much about it. Like me with the Adelphi. Perfect example. Because I read up so much about the Adelphi, I hated it and I didn't want to sleep. But in reality, nothing happened.
No.
So maybe that Ed and Lorraine. I'm presuming here. Maybe they've just read up so much about it. They've read all about the whatever his name was, Defoe. And then they've read about this other family moving in, and they've heard everything, and they've experienced all these things, and done a load of research, and then gone there, and then just had a really bad experience.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll do a bit more research, but I mean that's kind of a good setup for future, ghosty ghouly stuff from the Talking Shrimp.
Well, hopefully there will be more ghosty ghouly stuff coming out soon.
Yeah, because we're gonna prove that there is life after death.
Are we?
And there is a god or no god.
Are we?
And we will control the world.
What? No, you can't be saying stuff like that. You can't be giving people such expectations. We just want to make some funny videos.
Yeah. But,
with hopefully some what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, you've broken it now.
Some what am I trying to say? Some like backstory into why we're doing it, and we want to find out if life is happening after death. And
yeah, I'm very on the fence, but I'm interested in it, and you are very. I think you are on the fence, but you're more so skeptic than I am.
I don't know about that.
I think you're more skeptic than I am.
Yeah. I'm just thinking what we're going to call this episode. We had a whirlwind at the start, and now we've had a good
there's been so much
15 minutes on like a murder case, which I love. We need to do this more. We need to get some more murder cases.
Yeah, we will.
In here.
We will get a few more.
That's what I need to do. I said it in the past, not long ago. There was a not a Reddit feed. It was like a blogger feed. Blogger. Yes. I'm sure that was the page that I used to read.
Yeah.
And there's this guy who would write like basically murder cases out that were unsolved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find that murder feed. Unsolved murders, basically.
I like that. Yeah,
I need to find it.
I'd be very interested in that.
Yeah, I'll start reading some of them and do a bit of research on them.
Yeah, but we hope you've enjoyed this episode.
It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, and we will be back, like you said, with some more not conspiracies, cases and stuff like that to discuss. But if you've got Ick of the Week, if you've got little agony aunt things to send us, then let us know.
Well, we haven't actually done the Ick of the Week, so. Just before you shut this episode off, do you want the Ick of the Week?
Yeah, you go for it.
Or do you want to leave it for...
No, I was going to add something just before we do anyway, so you go for it.
Well, I'll whack the Ick of the Week and then... A funny ick.
Yeah.
People who speak to their dogs or animals...
He's a good little boy.
In a baby voice, exactly that.
Oh, he's a good little boy.
See, I'm not a big fan of this ick.
Well, I know I do it.
I do it too. And I don't think it's that icky, but
yeah,
it is an ick that's been given to us as an ick. So I can see why it is.
Yeah, I can
because
see.
Because who's a good little boy? Exactly that.
Oh dear.
To be fair, in the bloody I literally do it in a video, in the running video of Mitch's Road to 5K. whatever it is, the cancer research video. I literally, there's a part when I'm talking to Roma in it.
And you do that.
My dog. I actually have never named my dog before. There we go. My dog's called Roma.
There you go.
And I say, I talk to him in like a good boy or whatever I do, something like that. And it's in the video, I'm pretty sure.
Well, what a plug that is. Go watch that.
Yeah, there we are. It's right at the start, to be fair. It's not far at the start.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the last thing, just before we go, I have a Nanopat review.
Oh, okay. We're doing a proper mop up here at the end.
We may as well just whack it all in. So,
go on, then.
Dial Drunk by Noah Khan, featuring Post Malone.
Oh, it's better. It's better. The version without him is better.
9 out of 10.
Wow. She should listen to the one without Post Malone, and she'll give it a 10 out of 10.
She likes Posty.
Yeah, I'm not saying
That's
she
why
doesn't.
I did it.
But...
No, fuck Noah Khan. What about Posty?
Nah, his verse is shit in that song. It's better without it.
No.
His verse, the Noah Khan version of that song without Post Malone is better than the one with Post Malone.
Nanopat said 9 out of 10. She was very happy. She said it reminded her of her youth. So there you go.
Oh, that's good. Dial Drunk. I'm not going to ask anymore.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
On that note, we'll love you and leave you. We've been talking shrimp, the podcast version. We'll see you soon.